This is who you know formerly as Earl Grey, now the Brat Prince, and welcome to another ASMR video. I've seen a lot of those coloring videos on YouTube, and I started watching them myself, and I wanted to try it out for you so you can, I don't know, see for yourself, how I color awfully. But, so this coloring book I bought from a Japanese 100 yen store called Daiso. I know there are a few in the US, and I quite like that store. I shop there quite often, and I thought I would buy one and color it. I wanted something cute to look at for all of you and myself. And Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite fairy tales, one of my favorite Disney movies. So I purchased this coloring book with that in mind. Now, I'm just coloring. I'm not really thinking about what colors I want to use, nor am I trying to do one like the Disney version. So I chose brown for skin color because I myself am also brown. But yeah, so Beauty and the Beast, like I said, one of my favorite Disney films, and I was originally going to try and read the original version as the thing, but I looked it up and it is quite a long story. I was just like, oh, okay. And I knew some about the original tale, but I didn't realize just how long it actually was. Now, this video is also long, so I probably could have gotten away with it, but I knew I would most likely trip over the words a million times, and then I'd have to edit it, and that did not sound like the most fun utilization of an evening of mine. I like to do a lot of art. I like to draw. I actually am not the biggest fan of coloring. It's just not something that I really enjoy. But once again, I thought it would make a good ASMR video. Sometimes it's just nice to watch someone do just something so, I don't want to say mundane, but simple, calming. So I'm trying to start shadowing the skin. I might use just more than this color, but I'm not trying to do something super intense coloring wise. Like, these are just... Now, I'm not saying that you can't do any super intense coloring using Crayola markers, but it's not like I'm using Prismacolor or anything. I have seen amazing creations with Crayola markers, and I do not have that sort of artistic ability. So, at this point, I decided to use like a purple-pink color. I have this game that I play. It's called Dream Girlfriend. It's a dress-up game on mobile, so it's free, so you can download it. And the very first character that I created was a cute little girl called Princess, and so I decided while coloring that I was going to sort of do a homage to Prince as I struggle trying to find colors. I usually have her with purple, blue hair. So I was like, I will do purple for this girl, because it's not like it has to be realistic. If you watch anime, you know that you can have any hair color that you want. They can have any hair at all. So I decided I would just go with that. I have played that game for, I think, going on 4 or 5 years, so I have become quite attached to to Princess. And I actually am surprised I haven't drawn any fan art of her, but I decided, it could be fun to just color her instead. I'm trying to add some dimension to the hair up top as well. So I'm adding some lines for like the scalp and strands at the top. There's already some at the hair at the bottom, so I'm just defining those now and adding just a few more so it kind of matches how thin the lines are at the top, as well as some shadow. I'm trying to be super artistic here, but it's just a coloring book. There's no need to go so hard, right? I also want to take this time to thank everyone who watches my videos. I'm very grateful for that. 2020 has been a hard year for most of us, I'm sure. But, even the years beforehand have not been that great for me, and starting this YouTube channel was kind of a way to, take my mind off of things and just have fun, be creative, and through this channel I have met some amazing people and new friends, and I am very grateful for that. So I started going in with the blue, a little late on talking about that. I just kind of like those colors, blue, purple, cooler color spectrum. And a part of me thinks that I was just trying to get as far away from the colors of the Disney Belle as I could. Because she is not the defining, the end-all beauty. Since the story has so many variations, and this is clearly an anime one, I felt that a girl with blue hair was perfect, because you gotta have blue hair. And I just wanted something just incredibly girly. I also thought about pink, but I'm honestly not that huge of a fan of pink-haired anime characters. I don't know why. So, what I really like about this type of ASMR is that it's more visual. It's meditative, sort of therapeutic. And you can kind of follow along with your eyes. So if you are more of a visual person, then this is it. Trying to get that extra oomph of color in there, it looks like. I clearly can't decide what to do with the pencils, so I guess I'm just gonna... Okay, I guess I'm not gonna keep them. Alright, I guess I'm choosing another color. Mystery color of a much darker brown. Looks like I'm going in and doing even more shading, because I guess at some point I thought, if I'm doing this, I'm gonna go all the way. Now, I did buy another coloring book, not just this one. It's by the same artist, who I don't know who it is because it's all in Japanese and I don't know a lick of it. I mean, other than the typical things that you know from watching anime for many years. But, it's a Cinderella book, and it looks very cute, just like this one. So, if you end up being interested in seeing more, then I will definitely utilize that one as well, going for some cute lips. Some red, because pink won't show up very well. And I guess she's wearing the matching eyeshadow. So, I'm actually filming, or rather, I'm actually recording my audio here now. It's over a month old, I know this, because I'm looking at my background of the purple table, the purple hanging background, and that is of my old apartment. I have now moved into another one, and I have yet to set up a good filming location, so I haven't done any yet, but soon. At the time of this recording, I have this planned. Oh, butterfly, out of the way. I have this planned, and I also have another Their Royal Highness ASMR planned as well. I want to finish the musical siblings that I had with the two princesses, one that played the piano and the other the flute, and I am going to do the princess video probably today as well. And his instrument, spoiler alert, is the violin, though I believe some of the characters might mention that in their own audio. So if you haven't checked out my other videos, if you like these sort of role-playing ASMRs, I suggest my Your Royal Highness ASMR videos. They are all audio, so you can just do something else. You don't have to watch the video at all. You could be doing your homework or just relaxing in bed and play the audio and discover all the different characters that are in your kingdom and your neighboring kingdoms as well. It's because of those that I got this channel started, so for those who are more inclined to listen to my ASMRs like that, please don't abandon me. I do plan on doing more of those. They're quite fun. So, since I didn't give her pink hair, I guess I decided to go in and do a pink dress instead. It's a large area to color. I can tell just by watching it. I'm just like, oh my god, how much more of this do I have to do? Making sure to get a nice, decent layer of color to start with. As we all know, I'm about to go in there and hunt down those shadows. Must have missed something. Ah, I decided to color the straps pink as well, it seems. And there I go in with a darker pink. So what do you like to color? So what do you like to color? Or are you not coloring fans and you enjoy watching other people color? Strange. Not that I'm trying to call you out or anything. I'm shaking the table with how furiously I'm coloring. Boob shading. It's gotta have those curves. You know it. See, the only problem is that I'm looking at this drawing now, I'm like, how old is this kid supposed to be? Because they look like a kid. And I just gave them boob shading. Whatever, she cute though. I guess I decided that purple would be better for the shading, which makes sense. Also helps to sort of blend it in better with her, since her hair is a purple-blue color. Trying to be tidy, keep the space clean, putting up colors. I must be having a hard time deciding what I'm doing. Oh, I see. I'm going to color in the white a little bit. So I have no video editing skills. So our editor is Suddenly Crows. It's Mikkel. He edits all my videos for me. light tracing here. Time to do the beast though. But yes, so he does all the editing for the videos. Now if it's an audio only video, I just do that because I'm old and I was using Windows Movie Maker to make those videos. And I don't think the program works now, so I'm about to find out about that when I make the Prince video. The only videos I've edited have been... what were they? What did I edit? The new trailer video for the channel I did. And I also edited the Ash and Dinky Do Furry Fiesta video, so once again, if you haven't checked those videos out, please do. It's just ridiculous, honestly. It's like maybe 6 minutes long, and it's just a video of me and my friend being stupid. Because I like to dress as Ash Ketchum, and they make a very cute Dinky. They are Lazy Boy on TikTok and Instagram. So, if you're not familiar with them, check them out. They are crazy attractive, so if you just want a thirst follow, I absolutely recommend it. But otherwise, I suck with editing, and that's just that. And then there's one more video that is not edited by me, and it's edited by the Bakugo in the new Bakugo cooking videos called Killer Meals with Katsuki. So if you're into B&HA and you like cooking or like cooking show tutorials, I also suggest checking it out. As I'm just plugging videos left and right, okay? It's just... you're here listening. Yeah. Now I'm coloring the beast, and I mean, there's just no... I don't even know. I mean, there's not a lot of colors you can color animals without it looking ridiculous. I can't just go for like a green and expect it to be beast-like, so of course I'm going on like brown, but it's like a different shade of brown, not so dark. And I wouldn't want to do black because since it's a coloring book and the coloring on it, like, it's kind of like a pale print. You can see it's kind of more gray than black. So coloring it black would just wash out it all completely. I think I ended up going with a golden truss color. Kind of more like a lion. So I told myself, since I didn't know if people would care to have an ASMR coloring video that's talking the whole time, that I would start making it so it's split into sections, or maybe I would talk for half of it and then not talk for the rest of it. I know my voice is so soothing. So amazing. His hair looks like bananas now that I'm looking at it. Just delicious ripe bananas. You want to know what else is bananas? This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Also, I don't know if people prefer soft-spoken ASMRs like this one, or if they prefer the ones where the person is whispering the whole time instead. So maybe I'll try a whispering ASMR at some other point. That could be fun. My voice gets much higher pitched when I whisper. I wonder if that's the same for everybody though. Also, have anyone heard Corpse's voice? God, it's so deep. Sus. So I'm kind of doing the same thing now where I'm making lines in the beast main because it's just too blocky otherwise. You know, unless that wasn't his main and it was like his shirt or something, but I can't tell with the drawing, and I honestly didn't look at any of the other drawings before I started coloring this. So it's a part of his main now. So I'm going in a more golden-y, bright yellow. It's quite nice, I think. So I filmed this in parts, which is why we have the transitions. Not because I got tired or anything, just merely because I was recording it on my phone. When I record videos like this, I have to upload them into my cloud and send them to my editor, and they live overseas, and they have very bad internet, and so I have to cut the film into pieces to make sure I can transfer the information over to them. Or else it'll destroy their computer. Now, that may have changed in the past few months because I heard they may have gotten a new computer, but I'm not sure. But I keep doing it now like this anyway, because that is what I have become accustomed to. Hair is looking nice and shiny. It's luscious mane. I'm curious to go to the back of the coloring book now and see what he turns out looking like as a prince, because I know one of the big things that I disliked was when he turned into a prince and he just wasn't as attractive, and I should have known I would eventually become a furry. The video where I went to Furry Fiesta's Ash Kitchen was actually my very first furry convention. And it happened like before COVID, like right around my birthday, which is in January. And it was really fun. I actually had a good time. So if you're curious what one is like, what a furry convention is like, because you've never gone before, or you're just like, I just want to know out of just sheer curiosity, like how I watch tutorials about women putting on wigs and how they do lace fronts when I only wear cosplay wigs and I don't wear wigs outside of that myself. I still watch Fascinated and I watch the whole thing. So if you want to check it out, I think it's a pretty accurate representation of what a furry convention is like. So I'm going in and doing some shading with brown. It's all about giving your color some depth. So even things that are simple, even if you're not a high detailed artist or color, like just some simple things, just adding more color in different places, and it just makes something look way more impressive, even if we're not really trying to impress anyone or there is no one to impress. That is the story of my life. Looks like I'm sort of pleased with that job because I've stopped and here I am putting away the colors for his mane. I know by this point I was tired of doing this, but I kept going for you guys. Some green for the eyes. Clearly I'm hesitating on what I'm doing. I can tell I regretted that color choice because I hesitated there. Because like I fear the black is pretty black, but I'm going light on it. I'm going light on that color. Let's see, making some texture in there. And that shadow in. Boom. No, I'm second guessing myself. So, as you notice, around the area, I was like, I don't want just a plain table. Okay, I guess I need the base goth. Wait, one. But I didn't want just a normal table. Kind of wanted something nice around it. Kind of make it scenic. So the stuff that you see on the table are things that have been taken off my voodoo altar. The flowers are those are the ones that I bought to use for the Valentine's Day video that I had not published, which I'm super considering doing. I'm really struggling here with this black, so forgive me. I clearly did not like that. But, yeah, so I have... Let's start from the left-hand side near the rose. Got some foreign money there. I have a shell. I'm assuming it's from a snail or something. Or something, I don't know. I found it in the front of my porch after a rainy day, and I picked it up and I cleaned it and I just put it on my altar. I don't know where it's from. I'm assuming it's from a snail or something like that, or yeah. A little blue gold crown ring that I saw at Miss A, which is like $1 makeup store. You'll notice a trend. I am a huge spendthrift, and I will shop as cheaply as humanly possible if I'm able to. I'm giving the beast a little pink nose. What name should we give that beast? Because he goes by Adam in the Disney version, but we don't gotta do that. We can make up his own name, like Gerald. Oh, never mind. Don't use Gerald. Give me a name for the beast, guys. Anyway, so I think I might have decided I'm done coloring him. Now, this is where I struggled and thought, like, am I going to color this castle? And in the end, I said yes. And I was just trying to breeze through that coloring too. You can see, like, look at that. I was like, alright, part 1 done, boom. Let's go. Taking no prisoners. But yeah, so. And then above, I collect bottle caps because I'm clearly some kind of magpie. So those are, one's from a beer. It's, I went to like an arcade and I knew they served beer there, and I was like, so I collect bottle caps. Can you just keep all the bottle caps for me? And they were like, okay. And so I just took home a whole bunch of bottle caps that night after going through them and washing them, etc. The other one is from a cream soda because I'm obsessed with cream soda. I don't know, it's called like the Broom's Cauldron or Witch's Cauldron or something like that. Then I have a It looks green in this video, but the bottle's like a yellowishy brown sort of color normally. It's probably looking green because of the purple background, but it has something in it. And I'm not gonna say what. It's a mystery. Then I have a die. It's supposed to be like a bone die. That one I think is plastic, but I do have some other dice that are carved from bones that I really love. There's a bracelet behind it that I got. Looks like another coin, can't tell. That white thing in the back is a ring. I found it at a thrift store. It looks almost like opal. It's a vintage ring. I personally think it's like glass or something, and someone may have painted over it to make it look opal-esque. Well, I honestly can't tell. It's just really old. Then that's just behind my arm right now. It's spiky looking. It was just a brooch that I made for some Lolita outfits that I have. And then at the bottom you can't see, but I have a little butterfly pin. I think I see one of the bone die actually sticking out, like two little circles, kind of like eye-shaped. And I got those at the Texas Renaissance Festival. I went there last November, and I had quite the blast. So I decided to color the castle with blue roof because there are some mansions in the area that they are so beautiful, and they're like white with like silver trim, and then they have these like shiny blue, like sky blue roofs, and I'm just like, oh, those are amazing. I wish I was rich. Give me my blue roofed mansions. And there I go, coloring so hard I'm shaking the whole table. I can feel it. I'm so close. Speaking of an altar, I got a new one for my new house. It's much bigger, and I need to paint it. Just the tabletop. I'm painting it with that chalkboard paint. That way, I can write on it with chalk, like sigils and magic circles and things. For a darker blue roof for the dome. What kind you know, I'm noticing the stylistic, like the architectural choices. I really shouldn't, since it's just a coloring book, but I'm just noticing the different styles of roofs that they're using. Like, that top one has definitely got this, like, more Asian flair, and then, like, the other ones are just, like, really typically European. It's very strange. So I'm coming up to coloring the last bit of this castle. And I think I'm going to color the flags. Maybe, I can't remember. Once again, this is like over a month later when I'm doing the talking part. Yes, I do. And you would think, man, the Brat Prince really abhors coloring. Maybe they'll stop after this. But see. I am stubborn. And I was gazing upon this and I was like, there's something missing about this. I don't know what it is, but there's something missing. What is it? I colored it. And I'm not gonna go super intense on it and like color the whole like white space or anything. And then I decided I was going to trace the characters. Now see, this is the folly in this. I decided I was going to use a Faber-Castell pen, I think is the brand, I don't remember. Yeah, so colored pencils are waxy. You can't tell here, but I am struggling to make straight lines. And I'm too stubborn to go, and also they're not like sticking to the page very well. I'm so stubborn that I don't just go to get like another pen, like a Sharpie or something that I know is gonna work better. No, I just keep going with this one. See right there, you can tell it's waxiness. It's keeping it from really sticking to the page. And I'm terrified to like go into the finer details because I'm going right off the lines because I have no control over it. Because it's slipping and sliding all over the place. Because I've made the page waxy. With the colored pencils. But I'm determined. Which is also why I'm staying at starting on that side of the page instead of like finishing lines like, oh, I'm gonna finish doing all the face or all the tail. No, because I know if I put my hand on it, I'm going to smear the ever-living crap out of it and ruin the drawing or the coloring page. Just absolutely destroy it. I see that the curtain in the back moved. That 100% meant that my cat walked by. even though I'm struggling on the plus side, the black really brings out the art. And see, now you can tell what I was talking about how the print on the coloring books was super pale. Maybe that's why they were $1. And you can see the tiny little details, like the eyes and stuff, way better now that I'm kind of giving it a little outline. Really struggling to finish out that eye. Cute little button nose. I make the intelligent decision to not try and go and do any of the finer lines, I think. And like the hair, I believe. I think I'm just like, no, this is good. And keep going. I think next time, instead of coloring someone else's work, I might actually try to draw something of my own. If you have any suggestions as to what you would like to see, please comment below, let me know. I anime art. I have a store, so if you are so inclined, please go check it out. It's an Etsy store. I'm starting to try and do original art, which, as we all know, isn't going to go well, but it's fine. It's still fun. It's fun. Trying to do some Halloween characters right now since it's mid-October and I really need to get my spooky content out the door. Boop, little mouth. I really do like how more popped out the drawing looks when I do the outline for it. It's not the best outline. God, my actual inking work is so much better than this normally, but I'm once again struggling very hard. I'm pretty sure I outlined the beast as well, and he was much easier to outline. He doesn't have as many tiny details on him as Beauty does. Princess, my princess. can feel the regret in every stroke. So actually, when I was doing my research on Beauty and the Beast, in the Disney version, the Beast has the rose that basically once the rose wilts, you know, he's gonna die. And that's the amount of time he has to find someone who will fall in love with him, regardless of what he looked like. I have some questions about that. Number one, did it have to be a woman? Thoughts? Did it have to be a woman who fell in love with him? Because what if it was a man? Or would the rose have been, oh hell no, that's too gay, and just killed him anyway? Like, it was back in a time, well, I don't know if that would have been whatever, but he'd been hiding away in that castle for so long. Would the rose have been that picky? And two, I was wondering where the rose symbolism came from, and I saw that in the original version, Beauty only asked for a rose when her father returned from his trip. Now, in the original version, she came from a wealthy family with siblings, and her father was a wealthy merchant. However, I switched to Sharpie. See, I got smart afterward, and I was like, nah, Sharpie time. Much quicker, much faster. See, I'm just breezing through these. But yeah, so he was a wealthy merchant, but then he lost all his fortune. So they were poor for a while. And then when he found out, oh, I'm rich again, he asked what his daughters wanted to bring back, and they were like, oh, I want clothing and jewels. But Beauty, she didn't want any of that. She's like, just bring me back a rose. Because she knew if she didn't ask for anything, her sisters would tease her and call her peculiar and all other stuff, so. In the Disney version, she's an only child, and that isn't even a thing. So I thought it was interesting that they still incorporated the rose somehow into the Disney version of the story. And I know there are plenty of other versions out there. For example, Little Mermaid. My favorite iteration of that is probably the one by it's by Hans Christian Andersen, but the movie that Toei Animation made in like the 70s, you can buy it online somewhere, and it pretty much follows the original version, even to the ending. Which, when you watch it as like a 6-year-old for the first time, before you even watch the actual Little Mermaid, it haunted my dreams, and so I had to go and find the movie myself much later, and that was an odd internet search. But yeah, it's just The Little Mermaid by Toei Animation. You can watch clips of it on YouTube. Like her little Marina's song, I think is called. It's kind of like the love song for her and the prince, and it's very cute and pretty. So go watch it. Oh, messed up. Trying to hide it. See, this is the good thing about becoming a digital artist now. If you mess up, it's just you click away to backspace that undo button. Anyway, so I want to end this by saying I'm really glad that you all decided to watch this video, that you followed me, that you are all amazing people. Might do a giveaway soon for all the followers that I have. So keep a lookout for that in the future. Because I think we all need to pick me up, and that would make so many people happy, right? So, thank you for watching. I'm the Brad Prince. Thanks for checking out my channel, and I hope that I see all of you again. And of course, now you can check out what the finished product of this crazy thing looks like once I start correcting Princess's edges, essentially. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video and will watch my other art ASMR videos in the future. Thanks again, and see you next time.